Hello, friends. Happy Saturday to all of you. The Internal Revenue Service has just announced that it's sending millions of payment letters this month. Whoever has received a refund check can expect to receive this important letter. There are some lawmakers that are also now meeting to discuss what the fourth stimulus package will include. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all these details. I will also be giving away a $75 Walmart gift card 4 days a week. If you would like to enter these giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. And friends, the more videos that you comment below the keyword on, the greater your chance of winning the gift card. And the next giveaway is scheduled for tomorrow. Please stay tuned for that video. In a response to the crisis, the U.S. government in 2020 and 2021 decided to send out massive stimulus payments. On one hand, the payments helped prevent the American economy from falling into a deep recession and helped send the stock market to fresh all-time highs. And that was after an initial sharp sell-off. On the other hand, some experts say that they were a contributing cause to rising costs of living and the inflation that we have today. U.S. Census Bureau data seems to support this, as 11.7 million Americans moved out of poverty in 2020, and that's thanks to the stimulus. As it continued later in 2020 and into 2021, many of these recipients just used them to pad their bank account. A study by the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco estimated that the stimulus added as much as 3 percentage points to the inflation rate by the end of last year. Although in the initial stages of the crisis, consumers used stimulus money to pay down debt to the tune of $83 billion in reduction of credit card debt, and those trends have since reversed. The total household debt now, which also includes auto loans, home mortgages, and student debt, has hit a record high of $15.84 trillion at the beginning of 2022. And the New York Fed, among others, expect credit card debt to keep rising above current levels of $841 billion. One of the most curious labor statistics during the 2020-2022 period is how total unfilled job vacancies initially fell at the onset of the crisis, but have since skyrocketed to near record levels. Not all politicians, economists, and financial pundits agree with the belief that the stimulus payments triggered the current inflationary crisis. Former presidential candidate Andrew Yang has said that the stimulus payments were too low and short-lived to generate the current inflation reports, which are the highest in 40 years. It is all but certain that the stimulus payments in 2020 and 2021 helped jumpstart inflation, but they are not the only cause. Supply chain shortages is another factor that is keeping inflation very high. The stimulus payments had other effects as well, both positive and negative, with the greatest benefit likely being that they kept the United States out of an extended economic contraction at the onset of this crisis. So friends, do you think that the stimulus checks caused inflation? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. The Internal Revenue Service this month will send millions of letters to taxpayers whom it believes underpaid the tax agency. It is important to pay attention to this letter, called a CP-14, because ignoring it could lead to many penalties. The IRS issues roughly 9 million of these letters annually, and this year the letter is unusual, given that the agency has stopped sending many types of notices and letters due to the crisis. The Internal Revenue Service in February announced it would halt sending more than 10 types of letters that cover issues such as failure to file a tax return. The Internal Revenue Service in February announced it would halt sending more than 10 types of these letters that cover issues such as failure to file a tax return to under withholding taxes. The IRS sends this letter if it calculates that a taxpayer has a balance of more than $5 on their account, which can be related to a number of issues, such as failing to report some income or failure to pay a balance in full. The letter will tell you how much you owe and request payment within 21 days, which the IRS notes that the letter is one of the most common notices sent to U.S. taxpayers. The IRS says that taxpayers dealing with financial hardship can also request for a temporary delay of collection until they get back on their feet. Friends, the keyword for this video today is Santa Fe. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is Santa Fe, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure that you're also subscribed to my channel.
Take into consideration that a year ago, the inflation rate was 1.2%. 1.2%, well within the Federal Reserve's range of 2% inflation. And now it's 7.5%. Think of that, 7.5%. In fact, that's a $3,500 additional cost to the average family in this country just in this last year. It's a $3,500 tax increase on the American families. And who does that hurt the most? It hurts lower income families, middle income families who are struggling to make ends meet. I'm glad that the Democrats are finally coming to the conclusion that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. But they missed the boat a long time ago, starting with the vote last March to increase spending by $2 trillion, which led this inflationary crisis that we're in. And their solution to it, yes, is to double down and to spend another $5 trillion, flood the zone with even more money, have more dollars chasing fewer goods, and see inflation continue to spike. So this needs to be stopped. It affects everybody. I can tell you right now, as South Dakota farmers get ready to plant, they're looking at higher seed costs, higher fertilizer costs, higher equipment costs, higher fuel costs. It affects everybody. This is a tax on every single American, paid by every single American, but experienced the most in terms of the harshest impact on those middle and lower income Americans who are struggling just to be able to pay the bills and make ends meet. And what does this mean for them? It means a pay cut. Because even though they may have gotten a pay increase last year, they have a 7.5% now increase in the cost of everything they purchase, a $3,500 tax, meaning that they are taking home less money this year than they were last year.
Senator Grassley.
Well, my great and awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so very, very much for joining me here tonight. I truly appreciate all of you who are watching my videos daily. Thank you so much, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed weekend.